Hey guys, Vaughn here, and I'm going to get to one of the most requested little comparisons when I put out that little request, and that is pitting the WGS Alnico blue, which they call the black and blue, basically sort of a clone of the old 1950s pre-Rolla Celestion blue, to the WGS Blackhawk. Now, these little guys, well, I say little guys, it's a pretty big speaker. It's a big chunk of Alnico on the back here. These little guys are only capable of about 20 watts RMS. So the downside with these is that you can't use them with a real big amp. The good side is the reason they're only capable of 20 watts RMS, and that is because it's wound, the voice coil is wound on an old-fashioned paper former. Basically, you could think of a toilet paper spool, and you wouldn't be far off. And that's one of the big reasons why this is such a low-power speaker, because the paper has this crazy habit of when it heats up, it burns. Now, what I've had in my Deluxe for a while now, since I did some shootouts, is in fact a speaker that looks just like this, but it has its former is Kapton. So the voice coil is wound around Kapton, which is sort of a high-tech plastic developed for the aerospace industry, instead of being wrapped around paper. Otherwise, these are the same speakers. Same magnet, same structure, same cone, same cap, they're the same speaker. The only difference is the voice coil on this one's wound on paper, and the voice coil on the Blackhawk is wound on Kapton. And what that means is that the Blackhawk is capable of about 3 times as much power, 50 watts RMS, give or take. So we're going to listen to the difference between the two. Like I said, I've got the Blackhawk in this cabinet, which of course is a fully open back Tweed Deluxe, and in my beautiful Burris cab, thanks Bob Burris, I am going to, by the way, if you guys haven't, check out my videos for how quick it is. This is the Burris Amazing, they call it the DC Quick Change Cab, and it has actually this little flap in the back. You pop your speaker in, put the flap over, 2 thumb screws, and boom, you've just changed a speaker. And it has little alligator clips to clip to the speaker pole, so you don't have to do any soldering. For people who want to change speakers back and forth, it's really beautiful. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to pop this in the cabinet, and when we come back, we will do that comparison coming in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so, as you know, everything is better with coffee. As far as I'm concerned, okay? Y'all might have another beverage. For me, it's coffee. Okay, first the disclaimers. This is not a guitar demonstration. Second, I talk a lot. If you don't like it, move on. Third, for this particular little set of demos, I'm just using the cheesy cheapo little microphone built into the cheesy cheapo little camera right there, okay? And what that means is that it overloads pretty easy. It's going to sound pretty bad, but there's always somebody who complains about the sound, even when I go through some pretty extraordinary lengths to make it good. So hey, there you go. The camera, by the way, is approximately 10 feet away from the amplifiers, and so that means the mics are about 10 feet away from the amplifiers. That's actually kind of cool, because it means that you're going to be hearing the sound in a regular room from about the distance a real person would listen. Okay? Think of yourself as being on the front row right in front of the stage. I tell you what, I'm going to start out, and I've got the volume on the Tweed Deluxe, by the way, at about 1.5, right? Which, if you know Tweed Deluxes, it's already on the verge of breakup. I'm going to be up between my neck and my bridge, my neck and my middle single coil Strat pickups here. I'm going to start on the Blackhawk, and then I'll switch over to the black and blue. So here is the WGS Blackhawk. Black little bit of straight up neck pickup. Going to start out on the Blackhawk. To the black and blue. Okay, black and blue definitely a little bit brighter, and actually that's what we expect. Paper is generally a little brighter than Kapton. Let's see, how about we do a little bit here. This is between the bridge and the middle pickup, and I'm going to start again on the Blackhawk. To the black and blue. It's black and blue. And that's a Blackhawk. Straight bridge. Oh, this is bridge humbucker, by the way. It's a Seymour Duncan hot rails. And I know this is probably distorting a living bejeebies out of that little mic, but yeah. Black and blue. Wow, almost no difference. So there you go. Oh, and how about a little of this? I'm going to go single coil on the bridge. That was a black and blue. The Blackhawk. Okay, well the Blackhawk is in fact, in a 60-something-year-old pine cabinet. That might make a tiny little bit of difference, but I think really tiny. So definitely, beyond the shadow of the doubt, we've found out these speakers are like 95% the same, but the 5% where they're different is definitely in that top end. The black and blue with the paper is a little bit brighter. Whether you like that or not, it depends on. This deluxe can get very warm and woody, so I mean we can roll all the brightness off we want to. So probably a good thing in a deluxe, and the black and blue certainly can handle the wattage of a Tweed Deluxe. So actually, I have a feeling I'm probably going to take black and blue and put it in the Tweed Deluxe, and that'll free up the Blackhawk, because the cool thing about the Blackhawk is at 50 watts, it can handle almost all of my 26L6 Fender tube amps. So rock on, baby, because it sounds just like the black and blue, which sounds just like an old vintage Celestion Alnico blue. What's not to like about that? Okay, cool. Hey, so there you go. If you haven't, keep the requests coming for different comparisons, and I'll try to do it. Maybe next time around I'll actually take the time to set up, extra mics and all that stuff. But yeah, you never know. It all depends on how I feel on that particular day. See you guys.